And welcome back to the special edition of Hannity. Now, throughout his time in office, President Obama and the administration have continuously encouraged Americans to depend on the government, decreasing the number of self-reliant individuals in the country. So, is America right now at a tipping point when it comes to its growing entitlement culture? Take a look.
Barack Obama is the best food stamp president in American history.
Food stamps give me an opportunity to focus more on a career. Do I have to apologize for the way the system's set up?
Obama has no interest in reducing the day. The priority is to increase entitlements. He wants to spread the wealth.
Everybody in Cleveland, low minority, got Obama phone. You sign up if you on food stamps, you on Social Security.
It's just very difficult to beat Santa Claus, especially if the alternative is being your own Santa Claus.
Contraception, as you know, can cost a woman over $3,000. That's practically an entire summer's salary.
I'm more of a self-reliance guy. You're more of a big government will solve your problems guy. You know people are conning you.
Bill, the point is we have not massively expanded the welfare state.
All right, we bring back our studio audience. Before I get to everybody here, I see everyone's ready to jump in. You're dying, okay. Yeah. All right, let me put up on the screen Americans receiving food stamps. We now have 47 million Americans. It's a lot of people, a lot of lives being impacted. And then Americans living at or below the poverty line, almost the same number, 46.5 million. Now, this coalesced for me this week. Joe Biden, when he wasn't kissing Barbara Walters this week on The View, he made this statement about how Obamacare frees up women not to work at dead-end jobs, and they can stay home and take care of their children. Watch this, because I think this goes to the heart of what the left believes today.
This is about freedom. How many of you are single women with children in a dead-end job? You're there because of your health insurance. You would rather have the opportunity to spend the next couple years with your child till they get, if that was your choice, till they get into primary school. You're now trapped in that job because if you leave, you lose your health insurance. Now, you'll be able to make an independent choice.
Wait a minute. I want to stay home. That's my choice. Well,
but Sean,
wait a minute. Is that America? That's not the America I grew up in.
And I was dying to talk on this topic because, you know what, I don't think that anyone should have a sense of entitlement. Most people don't know my story. I grew up in Camden, New Jersey. I put myself through college. I put myself through law school. So, no, you should not be able to sit home. You should pull yourself by your bootstraps and do what you have to do.
This is the Vice President of the United States of America saying you can stay home and... Who's going to pay for all this?
Sean, you want to know what's
absolutely. It is not. It is so insulting to women to say that you have the freedom now for us to take your job away, to cut your hours. It's going to be great for you. Pick your poison. You don't get to say that there's a wage gap and there's an innate sexist, hostile environment for women, but then say, actually, you just wanted to stay home all along.
That's a good angle on it.
The president continues to make it rational, to seek to make it rational, to enact and behave in ways right now that ensure poverty and dependency in the long term.
I was raised, go ahead, I was raised to work.
You want to know what's absolutely insulting about this is that while Obama and his administration are looking to expand the entitlement culture, he's cutting benefits and pay to our military and their families, the people who are serving and sacrificing and putting their lives on the line. Many of them have paid the ultimate sacrifices, and their families are having to deal with that on the home front.
Everybody that works will pay for that woman's choice to stay home. Father, I went to Catholic school for 12 years. They didn't like it, but I went there. But true story, I was taught that every person was created by God. I believe that with all my heart. And that every person was born with talent, and that work was part of what we are as human beings. We're supposed to give back. We're supposed to use our talents for other people. Is that now changed?
I agree 100%. I'm going to play devil's advocate, which people love when I play devil's advocate. No. But you know what? Maybe Vice President Biden, yes, exactly, was saying in this case, you know what? What if getting out of a dead-end job and knowing that you have another type of insurance so that you can get a better job is an opportunity. I think that's a possibility. Wait, Sean.
He said to stay home and raise your kids.
Let the devil talk for a second.
All right, go ahead.
Let the devil talk. Now, that's the devil's advocate. But where I think President Obama went off the rails here is that he had the religious group, including the Catholic bishops, but so many others, evangelicals and others, wanting health care for everyone. And he could have used them as advocates and partners. Instead, what he did, he said, I'm going to do it my way, and I'm going to make sure that religious people are not able to protect their religious liberty. That's the problem.
Monica, go ahead.
Orwellian language coming from the vice president and also from the president when they talk about we're going to liberate you from work, we're going to free you. It's all about freedom, when it's nothing of the sort. What they're really trying to do is direct people into government dependency, which is enslavement.
Americans have always really valued in this country the freedom to self-determine, to determine what they want to do. And just, the entitlement culture, which actually has been happening over the 20th century. It started with Franklin Delano Roosevelt. It's not just the Obama administration. So this has been happening for a long time. And actually, Tocqueville predicted it in Democracy in America 150 years ago, that too much radical freedom is going to cause people to just put themselves back. Tell me what to do. I don't know how to figure myself out.
I don't know why people aren't shocked at this. Are you shocked at that?
I'm shocked at the word dead-end job, because these people may be getting a sense of personal responsibility. A lot of my patients are in jobs they don't want to be in, but you know what? Maybe the person feels good about taking care of their family.
When I was a cook and a dishwasher and a bartender in construction, were those what?
By the way, I want to correct one statement. Not everybody on the left agrees with this. I don't like disincentivizing work. I think it kills people's souls. So that's number one. Number two, nobody wants to focus on solutions. All of that money you're seeing on food stamps is a very easy way to make it smaller. You've got 14 different programs going on, overlapping. A kid that's in a family.
I have a better solution.
No, I don't like your solution.
You don't even know what
mine
would be. No, my solution is if we could get the government off the backs and the necks of energy companies. As I have interviewed more people in the energy world, there is more energy combined in this country, shale, oil, gas, and coal, than the entire Middle East combined.
The CEO of Exxon not to complain that there's a fracking project in his neighborhood.
Excuse me.
He's suing over it.
Okay, that's his problem. Amy, real quick, take us out.
Shows that most women wish they had the luxury to stay at home and raise their children. But what the vice president is talking about is not the luxury to stay at home, it's doing it on other taxpayers' dimes to get those subsidies in order to buy those health insurance plans. Subsidies for families, making up to $90,000 a year, family of four. So it's taking money from some taxpayers to support other taxpayers to not work.
Real quick.
If you stay home with children, you know you are working more than any of us who are working full-time jobs.
Wait a minute, but somebody's paying for her to stay home.
Oh my goodness gracious,
that
is the worst work than anything anybody has done. It is hard work, and it is awful.
I know it's hard work, but if you can't, why should some look?
Why describe it as not working and relaxing around?
Why does she get to have the other people pay for the raising of her children so she can stay home?
What's more important than raising the children? What's more important?
I love your daughter. She's a sweetheart.
Yeah, I stay home for 6 months, but my husband and I built a lifestyle where we both had to work, so I couldn't. You do what you have to do.
All right, I got a break. We'll take a break. We'll come back. And coming up next tonight here on Hannity.
It's not that I want to punish your success. I just want to make sure that everybody who is behind you, that they've got a chance at success too. And I think when you spread the wealth around, it's good for everybody.
All right, some say it was a slip-up back in 2008, but 5.5 years later, we now have proof that President Obama is waging a war against the so-called rich. Much more as our studio audience continues. Straight ahead.